Alright. We'll be back at it. Another episode of
Yes.
Pink Text Chat, and I'm very on brand today. Pink.
Yes, 100%. We're excited to be back again. We're so excited, and we're looking forward to talking about this topic today. So, Tori, you want to introduce the topic?
Alright, so Keisha and I don't touch a lot on the deaf topics, but I feel like this needs to be discussed because
Yeah,
a lot of deaf people have different perspectives,
facts.
opinions. I think also
Facts.
exposure to Keisha mentioned I'm mostly mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
However, for those of you that don't know, I was also in a deaf institute for one semester. So shout out to MSSD alumni of that.
Yeah.
I have exposure to both. So we will be discussing that too.
Right.
And for deaf culture.
Are they ready for that? I'm not sure they're ready for that because
Yeah,
it is an interesting topic.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Tone, I mean, now understand I grew up Latina in a Haitian family, and talking back was no,
Oh no. It's a
no,
no. Same
no.
in the black community, growing up as a black child,
Hmm. And you're
talking
the
back.
oldest,
Uh-uh.
right?
You want to get
Mm.
your head knocked off?
Um,
Yeah.
you're gonna loud with,
Mouth.
with me?
Ah.
Do you believe this?
No. No. No, I wasn't paying no bills, and I definitely, this is a little bit off topic, but when your parents used to ask you to take out the chicken for
Hmm.
dinner and you forget.
Hmm. What was you doing at that time, though? What was you doing, though?
Now that I'm an adult, I understand completely. They needed us to take it out. It was serious. It wasn't a joke. They seriously
Yeah.
needed us to take it out. They was dealing with stuff at work and just as an
And
adult.
all you had to
And
do
they
is
literally.
all you have to do is take it out. But you know what? It's different now because we're in inflation, and we can't be wasting money like that. Okay. Even Cardi B is like, why am I paying $7 for eggs? If your mama said take
Okay.
that chicken out, what
Take
you
it
gonna do?
out.
Respectfully.
Stop playing with mama. She's not playing. She's serious. She
Hmm.
needs it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I understand now as an adult. When I was
Hmm.
young, I didn't get it. I was like, why she tripping?
You tripping?
She wasn't tripping at
Was it?
all. At all.
Wait a minute. Put some respect on your mama though, cause she was a single mama, right?
Period.
She was a single mama.
And I look back and I'm like, how? On a daily basis. I look back, I say, how? I'm not there. I'm not there. 31. She had me at 23. I still don't understand. I have at least 7 years on her, and I still don't understand.
It's different. And I feel like I asked my mom, I was like, was it the water? Was something different back then? Cause
I don't
how did you
know.
do it?
I don't
How did you
know.
do
I feel like they was built different. You know how
it? It was.
this
Hmm.
generation Z be talking about they're built different. No, you're not.
Hmm.
But I feel like our parents built different.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I told y'all before.
Different.
I told y'all before. Like my mom had a house. She had a car. That credit score was up and it was popping. Okay, and my mom was working like 2 jobs at one point. Like, okay, so we need to put like respect on our moms, like respect.
Respect
A lot of
with the K.
but I have to say, like, even though I think my upbringing, even with like tone,
Yeah.
a lot of that comes from my upbringing.
Oh, for sure,
So,
yeah.
so like when I have like, like my bosses or my parents or like, whoever's like elder
Who are you talking to?
that
Don't
I'm
play
not
with me.
I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm just not. I'm just not. It's not in me.
I'm not disrespectful, but you're not gonna disrespect me either.
You got
Play if you want to.
some things don't need to be said with our chest. It
The chat did not enter the chat.
at
Don't
all.
watch it. Watch your mouth.
So like when
And
I
this is the thing is, they be typing in the emails.
real big,
Say it to my face.
say
When
it to
we
my
meet, say it to my face.
say it to my face.
I read
Yo,
it.
you know what? You know what? Kamala said that in a recent rally. If you have
Ah.
something to say it to my face.
And that's on period. Cause
Period.
I've had so many bosses, especially women, like women who are white, who typically will schedule a meeting
Mhm.
and they want to say something that doesn't match the tone and the
Oh.
delivery of the
Ooh.
email.
And then you hit them back with my last email. I said, "Yo, have you ever highlighted it? I've highlighted. Have you
Per
ever
my
highlighted?
last email.
Highlight that. Highlight
Oh,
that. Oh, I'm silent now.
it's face to face and how keep that same energy.
Please." But that's the thing. When I came together, like I said, we grew up in that.
We did and did.
So when I came together, I see like, oh, you talk to her like that, and that's your friend. She know what I said.
Couldn't be me.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be me.
Yo, I mean, here's the thing with deaf people, and it's no shade, it's no, but I love when our deaf folk, and I will point it out to them. They'll be like, that girl who looks, no, and they'll be like real heavy in like
Mm.
the look, the body language, and everything, and that person will be like right there, and I'm like, you talking
What are we
about?
talking? You're talking mad. Yeah. Mhm.
I'm like, oh, no, I'm describing, but you just
She right
like
there.
she's
You
right
want to talk
there.
to her? You want to invite her to the conversation because she's right there.
Please, please.
But you know what? My experience is mostly so I definitely have experience with the deaf community. I've definitely seen that, experience that, yes. But I also have experience in the hearing community too, especially in the work environment.
Mm-hmm.
And in the work environment, tone is a very interesting and sensitive topic. So we love to talk about tone in email.
I love that.
I love that.
Ooh.
They love to touch on tone in email. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Misread tone. That's interesting because
Ooh,
it's just
misread,
words
mis,
on
but that
screen.
misread,
Why are you
that,
reading it wrong?
but when you say misread, it's like very like I think you need to.
But you could have called me for a meeting and we could have discussed. Because
I
I'm
mean,
bringing that same energy. It's here. When it was an email, it's the same.
it's,
It's the same. You know? And I've had a lot of managers say one thing in email and then we get on video and it's a different energy. And I'm just saying keep the same. I want to see the same energy that you
you're
had
so
in that
strong.
email because it was strong. It was very strong.
You said it with your chest. You said it with your chest. I need you to puff your chest out and say to my thank you. But you know what? Like in the deaf community, I love like my signing is it. Wait, it's good, but it's not like fluent. Like I see some people be like,
Same. It's not
and
fluent.
I'm like,
It's not
ooh,
fluent. Yeah. But
ooh.
they love to do this, and that's fine. Fine.
Uh-huh.
Watch. Watch.
Mm.
That's all I'm
Like
saying.
when people have a
Watch it.
like see people have a disagreement.
Receptive skills is there. We're there now. You remember like when you're in, you was learning well, maybe not you, but when you're in, I was learning. Whew, 2 years in, 3 years in, oh, 4 years in.
Got it. It clicks right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Watch your
But
tone.
like I grew up mainstream, so when they did the ASLPI test, I failed.
I didn't
So,
fail. I got like a 0.5 or it was low. I
no,
passed.
no, I took class with people who couldn't spell the name. They're like, my
Oh,
name is
oh,
what?
oh.
And I'm like,
I was spelling, and you know what's funny? In my ASLPI exam, I remember the examiner asked me things about a dog and a muzzle. And
mm-hmm,
I was like, I don't have a dog at the moment. So to me, honestly, it was a little bit biased because it was like, yes, I get it. But at the same
mm-hmm,
time, no, I don't have a dog. So like the signs that would be related to that, would I know that? Have they already taught that in my ASL class? Probably not. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So it was a little bit sticky and I get it and I'm not blaming, but I was just like, mm. But I did my best and I finger spelled as best I could and it was terrible. I would never lie. My finger spelling is still terrible to this
It's not,
day. To this day. It's always
but
not gonna be like what it needs to be, and that's fine. That's
you know
okay.
what? It kind of
Hey.
aligns for me. It kind of aligns because, like, when I text, still can't spell in English.
I spell okay, but when it comes to finger spelling with ASL, I'm not the best and I'm not the brightest. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. So
Mm-hmm,
during my exam, naturally, I didn't shine when it came to that. That's okay. I
mm-hmm.
passed and I think I got like a 1+ or what it was low,
I know you're
but it
talking
was
about.
ASL jump start, summer cute.
Mhm,
Okay. I did well. I thought, wow, I did well. I was proud of myself. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. Yes, when I first started signing, I definitely had a lot of attitude. And that's just me as a black woman
mhm,
have attitude. Do I feel like it's attitude like the deaf community perceives it? No.
mhm,
It just naturally was that way. I signed that way. Um, and I remember feeling a little bit discombobulated about it, but at the same time, I owned it. I was like, it is what it is. So I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna give it too much energy. But I do remember feeling very misunderstood by a lot of people, just in general, because of my delivery, of how I expressed my facial expressions, my body language, and my sign. I felt like it was misunderstood. It wasn't strong like that, but it was perceived as
Perceived that way.
strong. It was received that way. And I get it because maybe I actually did deliver that way, but it was just me, like my culture, where I come from as a Black woman, not like me being that way. And I feel like I can talk about it now because I've seen people within the deaf community who definitely try and give it that way. And I wasn't
Hmm.
trying. It was just natural. It was just that's but I've
I
seen
think
people who
I think for me, it's like I notice sometimes, like I'll just and like I apparently give RBF, so resting bitch
yeah,
face,
I got
and
that a lot too.
but I'm not. I'm just like, and like my,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking fast. I'm just like, and then they're like, oh my god, Tori's so mean.
I got that a lot too. I was mean. I got like I don't think people said rude, but they just misunderstood or they took my delivery the wrong way.
Hmm.
And I remember feeling very misunderstood as a person. And I was like, wow, like culturally, I'm a Black woman. That's just how I express myself. And yes, I'm learning a new language, but it's still embedded in me. It has not changed. How I speak and how I sound, very similar. Very similar. It just is
Hmm.
what it is, you know? And because I speak, I simcom. So there's many times where I pause and I say, it is what it is. And I mouthed it. I didn't sign it. I didn't say it is what it is. I didn't.
Oh,
I just
do
said it
that.
is what it is.
Let me let me do that in the deaf
It's not
community.
received well.
They're
It's
like,
not received.
oh, yeah, oh, you hearing?
Here I'm thinking I got that a lot too. I
Yeah,
got that a lot.
when I first came in Gaudan, I got that a lot. You hearing? Oh, you like to talk and sign,
So
and I was like,
yeah.
I felt on the fence about that. I was like,
Mm.
and but now that I'm older, I look back and now there are people that I will like completely like turn off my voice, and I'm
Same.
like,
I I can. Now I can. Before I didn't have the skills and ability to do that because I was learning ASAP.
but they don't give you that time to do that.
Where's the grace, boo?
Where's the grace period?
Where? Where? Because I can't do it now. And it depends. I 100% agree with you. It depends on who I'm talking to. 'Cause if it's someone who's deaf, I tend to turn it off. And when it's someone who simcoms to me, even if they are deaf and they still simcom, like for example, you're voicing back to me. So I'm just automatically I'm just like, yeah, we gonna voice back. It's simcom all the way. And then it varies whoever I'm talking to.
It does.
It
And
does.
then sometimes I notice, like, if I'm in like a deaf space and I'm doing that in a deaf space that like I'm not gonna sign fully, yo,
I
one
am.
conversation's not for you, respectfully. Two, I'm talking to mind your business. But then
Ooh, but they're not ready for that conversation because it's very visual language.
understand it though. I understand it. Like
It's given. I want a medal.
it's giving you trying to pay my bills. What my mama said. Pay my bills. Pay them. Pay them.
Gladly, sir.
I accept Venmo, Cash App, so like I accept all three.
So I don't accept Cash App because I heard when people money at home play for my money. But Zelle,
Possible. But
don't play.
I do notice that like the downsides of me being broke, because like I really can't hear nothing, like nothing at all.
Yeah.
So when people do come with me and I like walk away, I was dating someone at the time and he's hard of hearing, heavy. And he was like, Tori, Tori. Oh my God. And then he was like, this stuff. You know what? Can you come here? Like, he's like,
Disrespect.
he's like, you can't hear.
No.
I'm like,
Yeah. Because the mouth and the ears is two different things.
it is.
And I know that's hard for people to understand. I get it. I get it. I promise I do. Not really. Because ears and
It's different.
it's different.
Different. It's different.
It's different.
And
I feel like I've seen so many times on social media, not just with just like us in our everyday living, but with other like social media, like famous stuff people they've had. I've seen comments where people have posted and are like, how I don't understand. You heard. And it's like they didn't hear. They didn't hear, boo. They didn't. They read lips. They picked up on context clues, and they
see body language and they catch it.
and they caught it and they figured it and they guessed and they got it. Thank God. But you know what? Sometimes they missed it. And they missed it like 95% of the time. Mm-hmm. And that cochlear implant, it's not 100% like full proof. We miss a lot. I promise you. Miss a lot.
Like honestly, if a young person sees me and I'm like, and I'm not
They're
trying to
give this attitude.
right. I'm not trying to give you an attitude. I'm not.
At all.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I missed it like crazy. I missed it. I was like,
And then it's like, why is everyone else in the room laughing? I'm not laughing. I don't laugh with y'all.
I'll be missing it, and I'll be one, and then you fake laugh.
I wanted to feel included sometimes.
I do, but nobody signs.
So sometimes I'll just laugh and I'll be like,
We fake it until we make it. That's what we do. We fake it until we make it. And I know you, like as the hearing person, maybe don't realize, you don't understand it, you don't see it, because in our everyday lives, we do well. Like we may catch it 60% of the time. But what about the other 40? And don't correct me on my math because I'm trying.
Bottom line, we're missing a lot.
We miss a lot.
This, I'm probably
It's not
frustrated.
attitude. It's me truly trying to
If
understand.
you see me like on like this, and I'm really trying to calculate. What did you say?
Oftentimes I do this. mm.
Or sometimes
What you want, babe?
I ask like, do you mind like repeating? Like, oh,
What you said?
do you know what I said? And then like
Yeah.
hearing people love giving that attitude
They do
back.
because they don't like to repeat themselves. And you know what's funny? As a deaf person, I don't like repeating myself either. Play if you want to, because the difference is I need it, you don't. Play with your mama.
Not me.
No,
Me.
I
It's
don't.
just
No, but I don't
no.
like it because it's like, yeah, like me, I need it. You don't. So you listen or you not? Which one? Because you was looking at me and you didn't need to. See, that's the thing. Because my family is here, and so I know you don't need to see me to hear it. You heard. So you saw me and you heard and you nodded. And you want me to repeat it again? No, I don't want to. I don't want to. You saw me.
I
You
mean,
don't want to repeat.
like
I don't
me just
either.
I feel like for me tone just like comes up in different ways, whether it's a deaf
It
community,
does.
whether it's with my bosses, if I'm working in the hearing world. It's like but I love when hearing people. I love when they do this. Like,
No, it's funny because when it comes to like the hearing world, as we deaf people call it, the hearing world, they're very big on tone, like voice inflections. They're big on that. And I I get it. Okay? The funny thing is I'm deaf. So there's sometimes when like my voice is going up and I'm not cognizant of it. It's just happening naturally. Like
mhm,
I'm upset. So my voice is going up. But I'm not hearing my voice going up. You see what I'm saying?
well, why are you
So it
getting loud?
happens. So I'm getting loud, right? I'm getting loud. I'm doing that. That's fine because I'm upset. But it's like, okay. At the same time, there are moments like within the deaf community that we express that we're upset, and it's non-verbal. So it's
Body
gestures, okay? It's facial expressions. It's facial expressions. Yeah, and the signs get bigger. So like there's a difference
yeah,
between there's a difference.
like ooh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's different. And it's a beautiful
different.
thing. I love them both, but it's hard sometimes because I'm between the two. I toggle between the two. So I'm over here with the deaf community and I'm very mindful of like the nonverbal expression. And because I've learned sign, I do use my hands regardless. So even if I'm talking with a hearing person, these hands go hand.
They're gonna
They go
be
hand. Even if
all
they not nothing, they go hand.
like all.
Do you hear me? You praying with me?
You got an attitude with me?
With me?
Ah! You know I love. Like you're trying to like contain all the
My favorite
feelings.
thing is I know you're not playing in my face.
Ooh.
Cause I feel like this is a hearing thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm fluid. I'm fluid. I got them both. Cause I can say, I know you're not playing in my face. That's it. So you playing in my face? But also, like as a hearing person, are you playing in my face?
Mm-hmm.
That
You're gonna get with me. You're gonna get like the best of both. You're gonna get the full
all of it,
package, all of it, the
all of it.
full package.
And
Whether
sometimes
you
we be
try,
mixing it up. We mix it up. It's gumbo. It's gumbo.
whether you subscribe to it, I'm gonna deliver it. But I try to be like
Be
mindful.
mindful of who the
I
audience
do
is.
try.
Same. I try.
I think I'm better now than I was.
I agree. I agree.
Better.
Yeah,
I'm sure like I have room for improvement. I'm sure.
definitely. Definitely. I definitely miss the mark, and I'm okay with that because I'm a human. I'm a human
Mm-hmm.
being, and I feel like most people who know me know who I am, have interacted with me, they understand and they know that. Sometimes they miss it, but I think overall they get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're gonna miss it, and that's fine, and vice versa. I'm gonna miss it too, but I feel like overall you get my heart, and you get where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
like there's a thing called, excuse me, universal sign. And I feel like there's some things, some gestures that are very universal. Everyone gets it. Even hearing people who don't express themselves in that way, they still get it. This is black. It's understood. Okay? You don't need to know ASL. You don't need to know sign language to get it. This is what do you think that is?
You heard me.
And
Heard me.
you're not even black. See what I'm saying? Like some things are
It,
universal. Everyone gets it.
it means you heard me.
You
Don't make
heard.
me repeat
Say it
myself
again.
again. But I will admit, like having the best of both for me. Sometimes my delivery doesn't always
Not the
translate
best. Yeah.
accurately on text. So like
Ooh, text is tough.
sometimes sometimes I'll be like send like someone I recently text. I said ha ha ha. I didn't mean like ha ha ha. You playing with me? I mean like ha ha me. I can't do that. But but that person took it as oh you making fun of me, and I was like wait a minute, no
Mm, interesting.
that's not
Okay.
what I meant. But that's
Okay.
not. I meant me like me.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me. But
Mm-hmm.
that did not translate in
Mm-hmm.
text. And
I
sometimes
love
I
that
feel
you
like,
mentioned that because I
yeah,
definitely feel like my soul sometimes is very much misunderstood with hearing people and deaf people often. I feel
same.
like I try my best to communicate, but I'm not understood often. Even though I'm communicating with communication access, I'm signing for deaf people, I'm verbalizing and speaking for hearing people, it's still not coming
Of
across
course,
like it needs to.
sometimes I notice, like now, I feel like maybe some things I need to sign. And sometimes I feel like, what? But I don't want you to think, haha, you,
You
I was,
get my idea.
me, I
Yeah.
was talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes I notice with tone because I feel like I'm bilingual, like English and ASL. So sometimes I feel like I don't translate well. My tone doesn't deliver well. It doesn't.
Mm.
You know? and sometimes I want to deliver it this way. Don't make
Mm-hmm.
me do it this way. But
Mm-hmm.
then I realized, like, now I gotta be conscious of it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna don't get, I'm gonna
The wrong
again,
idea. Yeah.
okay, again, and sometimes it's things need to be signed of different, different in different ways. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a lot. It's
I yeah, I definitely feel that way sometimes. So I would say like as a black woman, I definitely feel like sometimes when I express myself, it is it is received in the wrong way. It's received very strong, very like attitude heavy. And I get that. I do. But at the same time, you're not understanding my soul. It is a very natural inclination to express
mhm,
myself. And I feel like sometimes, like there's a different, and we mentioned this recently on a previous episode. There's a difference between the sign "I don't care," and this is a death thing. I don't care, and I don't care
oh, do you
because
feel
you
that?
took the time to spell it. You said I don't care.
Hard,
Got it. Got it.
hard,
I felt it. I felt it.
right here.
There's a difference. So
Mhm.
when it comes to like signing, there's different ways that you can express things, or you can express things, and it's not necessarily like the normal way to sign it or say it, but it's still very it hits home in a very real way. Like when someone wants to express how they feel, they can and they will. Even if it's with signing or if it's with the verbal. There's a difference between I don't care and I don't care. My voice tone was different on both of those deliveries. Okay? There's a difference. It's the same thing that applies to ASL. It's the same thing. So tone is very real. Like it's real and it shows up. And there's sometimes when you like express yourself and you're not upset, you're not angry or whatever, and you're just signing. And then there's sometimes when you like, I need you to feel me.
Sometimes I'll be like, you need me.
Spell it out for you. Fingerspell is not the best, but I will try my best. Play with me if you want to.
Stop. No. But like ultimately I feel like honestly now that I'm older and I've been in different like settings in my life, like I've went to Gallaudet, I've worked at Gallaudet, I've worked in healing world, I've worked in healing world with some deaf people there. Like I've been in different like environments.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately for me, I've taken that in and I try to do better now. I try.
Yeah. I try. I fail. I'm going to be 100% adult and say I fail often.
For me too.
I fell within the
And
hearing world. I
I
fell
will
in the
own
deaf
up
world
to
too.
it. And I'll apologize.
Yeah,
I'll apologize.
I feel often. Sometimes my heart does not translate. Sometimes I say something or I say something and it just does not translate the way that I would like it to. And sometimes, like, as a bilingual person, my expression with hearing people is misunderstood. It's misunderstood because I've incorporated ASL into my lifestyle for a very long time. I tend to be a little bit nonverbal. So when I'm speaking, there's still some nonverbal things that come up. And I'm still
But
like, I'm talking, but you know what? You're going to feel me. Like, the hands are going to move regardless, and the body language is there. Body language is there. And
mhm,
it can be perceived as aggression, it can be perceived as angry, it can be perceived as a lot of things. And it's like, wow. Like culturally, I feel very misunderstood. Because it's like, no, because in ASL, that's necessary. It's required. It's part of communicating. If I don't include that, the message doesn't resonate.
It doesn't.
So
And
it's
like
like balance.
people that sign guys,
Oh, I
she
hate
just say,
that.
"What did you
I
say?" And
hate
I'm not even saying that
that.
with an attitude. I'm like, "What did you say?" And
Because signs have many different words and meanings to them. So like context is important. And if you're like and you can easily misinterpret that. Easily. Especially as someone who is not a native signer. And the last time I checked, me and you are not native signers. So it's happened. It's
I
happened
mean,
to me. I've
I find
experienced that.
myself a lot of times saying, "My bad. That's not what I meant." But let me like explain. My bad though.
I love you for that. I love you for that. I can't do it. I'm not about to sit here and apologize for like you didn't understand. Huh? What did you miss? Because I'm happy to go back, but I'm not about to apologize. Like
No,
what?
I apologize because I feel bad. Like, oh, you thought I said, but that's not what I meant though. I meant
Why
like,
are you misinterpreting my character like that though?
well,
I'm serious.
I know.
Like, because I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't do you like that. I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Like sometimes I feel like you know me, like you know me.
I
Me?
thought so. I thought so.
But
But
yeah.
apparently not.
But I love how Tone really just kind of ranges them both, the deaf community, and then how it just kind of like incorporate it in both. And that
It's
involves
hard to
as
find a
well,
balance.
yeah,
As
that involves
a bilingual person, it's hard, very hard to find the balance. Especially as someone who was raised oral, who was raised to speak and mimic the vocal inflections when it comes to expressing how I feel. And then trying later, 18 plus, to incorporate the ASL components. And I feel like the ASL components came natural because I'm expressive
because
in
like
that way.
right. I got it. I got it. I got it.
And like black people are very non-verbal. Like we make faces and we be like,
Oh, do you remember? Do you remember when like they like
mm. And we be making sounds but not making sentences. We do. So like I'm used to those things and then I incorporate that in how I sign too. And sometimes to a deaf listener it's mixed. And those things can like misconstrue my message. And I'm like, gotta be mindful of who I'm talking
to your audience. So I really like. I hope that this episode like really like showed people like there's a
Shed some
spectrum.
light. Sheds
It's
light a little bit. Just a little bit.
a little. We didn't like really. I mean, this is hard to really kind of like assess.
Yeah.
It's just like touch of our experience. So
Right.
I feel like
And
this
you
is
as
like
Puerto Rican, like
a little bit in there. But I feel
yeah.
like that's a really good place to like wrap up and tie into because there's many layers to this. So
For
if our
sure.
audience wants to know more, please let us know in the comments. Slide in our DMs respectfully,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
we'll figure out the next episode related to tone, related to being bilingual, culturally, you know, those aspects.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about wrapping up here?
I'm good with that. I think that ultimately, if there's more, we're happy to come back and revisit it. I think overall, it gives just a little bit of a glimpse into how it impacts us and our delivery sometimes, even on this podcast. How we deliver messages sometimes can be a little bit misconstrued. So I'm hoping
Uh,
it gives some insight as to why we may express things a certain way, sign things a certain way, say things a certain way. Hopefully, you understand our souls just a little bit better.
just
So
a
I
little
think it's
bit.
good, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect you to understand us completely, no, but just a little bit, just a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's good. I'm happy to wrap up here. And we can revisit this conversation if we receive a lot more comments or questions or anything that is specific. I'm happy to address it again. But I think this is a good place for us to kind of wrap it up and say, yeah, we're good. We're good.
So, until next
Until
time,
next time. Yeah.
bye.